All right.
Santi, this for you, bro.
Take you're here in Gucci?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, finally.
All right. You want to intro this one? Or
yeah, I'm intro.
We're taking turns intro.
Get it back. Bitch, I'm GBG. Call me G.O. aka the GO. His bitch wanna talk, don't wanna speak. Bitch, come and give me throat. When I drop a song,
welcome back to Building Blocks. I got my co-host Gio here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shot by Lonely. We got a very special guest today. My boy.
Yeah, you introduce yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I definitely got what you.
Nah, y'all could call me on King Day the HoodPope. You know what I'm saying?
King Day.
King Day, King Shot It, HoodPope,
Nah,
David.
So many names, a lot of names. Whoa.
I will deep for that?
Crazy, fam.
Yeah, it's alright. I would tell Santiago to blur it out, but it's alright. Just leave that in. It's not that deep.
This is for the people who watched back in the day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, nigga, you used to go as your government, so it's okay. It'll be alright, man. Yeah, bro, like you said, man, it's a very special guest. I've been really excited for this episode, only because you and me, you know, personally know each other, so I already know how the conversation gonna flow and shit.
What's good with you? How you feeling today, bro?
Pretty good. I mean, weekend was crazy.
Into it.
Yeah, weekend was crazy.
If you want to adjust it a little down to make yourself more comfortable.
Yeah, you can move that around, bro, to whatever is comfortable for you.
I'm saying new niggas in the shit.
I feel you.
Nah, weekend was dope. Just had a huge event. Shout out my son Rodney, my partner in business.
Yes, sir.
Lux Entertainments.
Shout out Lux, man.
Nah, we just did that. It was a huge party. It's normally like an upscale college party, we like to call it, but we brought all the boroughs out there. It was in a venue, could fit like 1,000 heads. We probably had like 600, 700, 800 people in there. I'm saying bottles popping, all that different type of stuff.
I seen it. Shit was crazy.
It was a good experience. I finished the night very intoxicated. Everybody made it back home safely. We got a lot of stuff in store when it comes to that. So, word.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. So you already know you are a photographer,
word,
influencer,
word,
entrepreneur,
word,
party planner.
I like to say
event planner.
I like to say
event holder.
Personality. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Personality.
That's one thing that I learned, and we always be talking about this. There's one thing I learned about when it comes to like
hold on,
this.
Hold on, before you. I don't want you to start talking and shit.
And then it's there.
Yeah. Yo, come on, bro. Niggas is having technical issues, bro.
So why don't you wait? What's wrong with it?
It's not focusing.
Nah, we good. Nah, because it was saying something with the SD card, so I just formatted it real quick.
Oh, saying it was full? It's because all the information when we film these motherfuckers.
Nah, I was saying it was an error with it, but I'm like, oh, bro, it should I just formatted it.
We Gucci?
Yeah.
Gucci. I can't.
Sure
should we restart?
Nah, you can just start over from that question.
Okay. I didn't even ask you one.
Not really, yeah.
You just chatting.
Nah, you was talking about the party planner shit. Yeah, just redo that whole shit.
Alright, damn, from where though?
Nah, we could just go back to the fact that when it comes to like this party type of stuff, we was just talking about what we wanted, well at least what I wanted. I wanted to get paid to live. You feel me? So what I noticed is like
you want your lifestyle to fund you.
Mm-hmm. And when you really start being outside and stuff like that and have influence, you no longer even really have a job description. You know, and that's kind of like what I'm working towards. I consider photography like the avenue because I love it. I have the passion for it. But because of the fact that I do a lot more than just take pictures now, like, you know, I bring people out. I have like a personality. It's getting to the point in which I could, you know, just be like, all right.
You just doing you. You just live a regular life, a regular day in your life.
But the thing is with that is you have to start. That thing about spending money to make money is realer than I ever really understood.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, we know more about that than you would know. Trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. All right. So for me, we always like to get everything started with like who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because this podcast is about the actual creatives. So you know what I'm saying? Like I guess we could talk about like, you know, growing up and all of that, especially from New York. You know what I'm saying? Queens. You know, representing my neighborhood as well.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm saying, just you growing up and then probably your start into photography, since that was pretty much kind of the start of it all, you'd say, right?
Yeah. Starting out, so my backstory, my father is and was a photographer. My father does everything, honestly. Son, like that's one of the jokes that just Siri, you know, he always makes. He's like, yo, every single time we talk about something, he'd be like, yo, how your dad know how to do that too? But like he literally did everything, and that's sometimes what happens when you're trying to put food on the table. You got to learn how to do everything. Personal training. Son would be like in a church, handling all the church stuff. He was never a pastor, but people looked at him as he was a pastor.
He was like a father figure.
Exactly, yeah. So growing up watching him do photography, I actually never had a real interest in doing the photography myself. Didn't really care. I would say 6th grade or so, I started to take basketball seriously, and he really was like, all right, let's do this. So I'm talking about every single day, getting up in the morning, practice, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever.
Yo, this nigga was up in the morning. Like, I'm talking about all of us, like, we all played in the same park. This nigga was in that park, like, 6 in the morning, just running drills and shit. I was looking at him like, you know what? I'm not doing that.
But the funny thing is, like, back in the day, I'm going to look directly at the camera.
Yeah.
I used to be garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, we would be playing 5-on-5, right? I would run to the fast break. I would be all the way down at by the basket. I would miss wide open layups consistently. And the thing is that ate at me because I'm like, dang, I really suck. And me and my dad consistently worked into the point in which the people that...
I used to kill this nigga.
Nah, word.
He used to body you?
It's fine.
Yeah, and the thing is, because I was always tall, too.
Buckets.
But I was just garbage.
It's a confidence thing too. You know, I like to get in. Niggas' heads.
You strike me as a shit talker.
I used to talk mad shit, like, you know, just really hurt a nigga's self-esteem and shit.
And I was always really on the nicer side of things, so like I always tried to be the bigger person, so I would never talk shit back.
He didn't like me,
but then this nigga,
I didn't like him. Nor did I like his cousin.
He didn't like me and my cousin because we just talk too much. Yeah, we talk.
And it was mad sarcastic.
I calmed down a little bit.
I never really liked sarcasm, shit like that. So as time continued, it just came to a point where the same people that was better than me, I started to be better than and on the same level.
You're not talking about me though. He's never better than me.
He said, nah, not me.
To this day.
But you feel me? So then high school turned around and I got my first starting position and stuff like that. And at that point I was actually better than I was playing. I was thinking that I still wasn't that good because I never was used to having a spotlight on me. Yeah. So I feel like throughout my whole entire high school career, I almost kind of baited on myself. Like, there are people looking at me as to be this good, but in my head, I'm still that kid from middle school who didn't, know how to play.
Still ass.
Exactly. So at that point, I continued until one of these coaches from Springfield, a coach at the tournament saw me, called another coach, and I got transferred to Springfield. I started playing for them. That went well.
That's high school, right?
Yeah. And then as time continued, got better. Sophomore year was when I really started to feel, okay, yeah, I could really do this, blah, 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 blah. Then at that point, COVID. Junior year, I went to a prep school.
Yo, isn't that crazy?
He was in school?
This nigga was a junior during COVID.
Okay. I didn't know. How old are you, bro?
I'm 2 years younger than you.
He's 2 years younger than us. It's all right. We don't have to specify.
That's tough, bro. You doing all that shit at 19,
That's one thing that I'd be looking at, too.
My fault to cut you off, though. You can tell.
Nah. And then went to a prep school in South Carolina for about, 6 to 8 months. It was cool. I played against all the schools. I played against the Oak Hills. I played against IMG. So what's that big dude? The 7 foot, kind of fat.
Lonely. 7 foot, kind of fat. The.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But he moved like a guard, kind of.
Yeah. And he played with Bryce.
But he's fat.
We played against him.
He's tough.
I saw him in person, all these people, and it was good. But I then dislocated my thumb again. And I hurt my ankle again. And, I was really playing with guards from Canada, all these people. But at that time, I got injured and I couldn't play no more. Yeah. And then the coaches started messing with me mentally. I never got to come home for Thanksgiving. Niggas was fake living in the slums. What you mean by
messing with you mentally, though?
So, for example, let me spit my gum out. This should get me tight. My fault, guys.
You good, bro?
Okay, I did that.
You stupid nigga, bro.
But nah, so basically, imagine this. Imagine your parents come home and say, yo, we're going to go get you this. Yeah. And then they don't get you that, but they get you something else. And then they just continue doing stuff like that. Oh, yeah, we're going to bring you to the park. But instead of bringing you to the park, we're going to bring you to the beach. Yeah, so they give you a lot of false hopes and stuff. So for example, when I got injured and I started coming back and practicing, I would be in that gym 10 p.m., everybody asleep, just me practicing my form. Oh, that's another thing. I bounce around a lot. But basically, all my life, my jump shot was probably my biggest. Exactly. But before I went there... You ever
seen a nigga shoot and his mad stiff?
Yeah, that's some tall nigga shit, bro. Because my jump shot...
Because I didn't grow up as a guard. I didn't grow up as a guard. But before I went down
we know
there,
you didn't, nigga.
This
nigga was 6'8" at 12.
I finally actually developed a consistent jump shot. But as soon as I went down there, they're like, nah, we don't like your shot.
It's so you're playing against the Oak Hills and all the
It's not even that. So basically, you know how some people shit it don't look right, but it still go in consistently. That's how it got to the point. It had a slight two motion, whatever, but it was still dropping. I ain't gonna lie. We wasn't even playing that anymore. I was only playing in tournaments at that point. That was before I went away. But then I went down there like, nah, we don't like it. Let's change it. So now I have no confidence because they're like, now change it. So they change it, but they don't help me get a new one.
Yeah, you did all that hard work.
Exactly. So now I'm kind of
like,
stuck, and I'm just like, oh shit, I don't feel like I know how to shoot no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ever since I came back, I've never. And the thing is, when I came back, I never picked up a ball again. I never practiced ever again after I came back from South Carolina because I had so much trauma from that.
You was like, yo, fuck that shit.
I didn't care about basketball at all. Like literally.
You could see it. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because like as we were growing up playing, like you could tell like he was passionate.
Yeah,
and, you know, we all
enjoyed
fucking with him. You suck, nigga. Da da da. Right. But just like some playful, like we shit talking, whatever.
Shit, yeah.
Maybe I'll take it too far sometimes, but whatever. It's like a part of the game. You know, he's gonna come back tomorrow and play, and we all gonna have a good time. But then, like when he came back, you kind of feel like, well, we all kind of stopped playing basketball during the pandemic, and I had a surgery, and then you know, it was the pandemic, so nobody was outside. But when we all started to come back, you kind of see he didn't even really want to play. Like niggas was there at the park, he didn't really like.
Like I completely lost any interest in basketball.
Yeah, you could see it
completely, and I was just like. Part of me was kind of like, damn, but I know one other thing was I was working at it more than I was enjoying it. I was so like, I got to get good. I got to get to the A.
It was more of a chore than
an actual passion. Yeah. And I think when I finally let it go was when I finally could come back and be like, all right, now we can have fun with it.
Yeah, just play it.
Yo, it's crazy because you was telling me about that in the car yesterday.
What?
Music, bro.
Which part?
When you start making shit, it starts feeling like a chore, but then you gotta give it a little rest.
Yeah, when you give it a little rest, it's like you come back to it and kind of enjoy it as like this is what I started it for, versus like okay, I'm doing it because I feel like next nigga like you gotta have a balance. Like okay, you know everybody's working. You obviously want to work towards what you're going for or whatever, but at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fake ashy, bro.
Nigga picked up the lotion and he second guessed. He like, nah, I ain't put it back. Yeah.
But another thing is, I made the realization
let me get something.
I don't know if basketball was ever really my passion.
Yeah, I don't think it was either.
I don't think it was really my passion because I noticed that I'll be bored when I'm not taking pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
He definitely will.
He gonna zoom in.
You want some too, bro?
I'm light skinned. I kind of don't. I don't know.
What fuck that mean? My shit dry as fuck right now. The fuck?
But I don't think it was ever really my passion because I notice now if I'm not taking pictures or if I'm not doing some type of like content creation, I'm bored.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say.
Like my dad would have to sometimes force me to practice, and that shouldn't be how it is.
Yeah,
you feel me? You should.
I mean, there's gonna be days like that.
There's gonna be days, but they would. I really like. I wouldn't be upset when I'm not playing.
Yeah.
But I notice now, like, I'll be telling my shorty or whatever, I'm like, yo, I'm not doing nothing. Like, I feel useless. Like, I need to go take some pictures. Like, let's go to the studio. Like, that's how it is now. So because of that, I'm like, okay, this is something I can love. You
see the difference.
I see the difference.
The contrast in something you're doing because you're like, it's like a chore versus something that's like really a passion or some shit. Yeah.
Is that, so do you say that you, like, photography filled the gap?
Yeah, so let me tell you about the story about photography. So I started out actually modeling. I've always was interested in like clothes,
you know what's funny?
Putting clothes together.
My fault to cut you off. I completely forgot about that part of your life.
Exactly, like it was a little thing, and I've always. I still do it sometimes, but like that was really what I was focused on.
Bitch, don't tell me that you model.
If you ain't been in, you know what I'm saying. But I really noticed. So basically, what it was is I hit my dad because my dad's a professional photographer. I'm like, yo, bro. And you start taking my pictures more often. I want to do like three or four posts at least a month to like really get the ball rolling. Because I always tell you, content is necessary. Whatever you're doing is content. But then it got to the point, my dad too busy to take my damn pictures.
Yeah, I thought about that.
He got his whole life that he got food. He got. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what I was like, damn, I got to figure out how to do it myself. Yeah. So every idea in which I had, instead of me having my pictures taken, I'm gonna take somebody else's and live out my ideas. That's how the photography started. And I also noticed that I'm kind of nice because the thing is I always knew how to work around the camera because my dad shot, but I never really picked it up. When I started doing it and it started being pretty natural, and I started to do the creative photography that I was into because I never really was interested in like the just taking pictures out of a nigga stepping out his car, the lifestyle shit. That was never really like I never really picked that.
You always did like some sort of theme behind it.
Yeah, always some sort of theme, some sort of emotion. That's how it started off with the emotional series that I have. And then it just continued snowballing. Then I started really hopping on TikTok for real because it's like another way of content. Because I also noticed my type of content, like I'll be telling you, I can't go on TikTok and make a video about me like or make a thirst trap. That shit will get no views. I gotta say some out of pocket shit.
You've done it though.
Left. It never had views though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you've done it.
Yeah,
you know how light skin you gotta be to go on. Remember we talked about this in one of the episodes. You get on TikTok and you just
the dancing, yeah. Nah, I think I seen that, bro. When Uzi just dropped that shit.
Nah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit.
But yeah, and then now I just do the content creation. Linked up with my man Rodney. I've known Rodney for like probably like 2-3 months now. It started out as him booking me to be a photographer for one of his events. But as we were talking, I always try to give everybody a path to success, regardless of if I'm, sharing the benefits from it. I still want other people to do great. So I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. You need to do this. If you really want this to go the way you need to do this. And he started hearing me and being like, yo, you actually know what the hell you're talking about. And we became friends as time continued, and now we do business together when it comes to the parties. So he's definitely connected me in his own ways. Shout out Rodney Legend, Lux Experience.
Shout out to Rodney, man.
You feel me? So yeah, bro.
Nah, for sure, man. So it's crazy because we were talking about, I think in our first episode, right? We was talking about how he told me something that he was told about networking, right?
Yeah.
You should stop. He said someone told you don't network up, network sideways, right? And I immediately thought of you.
What you mean by that?
So basically,
right, explain it again.
The way he explained it to me is like, instead of reaching out for like the Drakes or the Chris Browns and stuff, reach out to the Geos, to the Hood Cavs,
the niggas who ain't make it.
Yeah, bro. Cause
basically the niggas on your level.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That way.
And I thought of you. My fault for cutting you off.
You go ahead, bro.
I thought of you because I think I even brought you up in that same episode because I'm like, that's exactly what you did. It's like most niggas are like little like they're not they're antisocial like me. They don't like talking to other niggas and shit. But you kind of network with niggas on the same like level, and then that way y'all build together, and then y'all go up, and then y'all network with these niggas, and then up, and then you network with these niggas, right? So like, how important is networking? Like, what would you say?
Well, I would say to sort of the whole purpose of the name HoodPope is to bring up everybody. You feel me? So I always have hated living in the hood. I've always hated people glorifying living in the hood. You feel me? Because I don't know who said it, but I'm like, yo, y'all go so hard for a block that y'all don't even own. At the end of the day, like people could kick y'all out these houses and y'all on the street. Because this is the white people owning the houses regardless. But y'all killing other people for standing on your block. How crazy does that really look?
Yeah, bro.
So because of that, I'm like, yo, I got to save everybody. And that's why the whole HoodPope thing came out. Hopefully, one day, when I get famous, this video gonna come back. But ASAP Ferg, he has a song, the first song on his album. He's sending niggas to the HoodPope, my synagogue right in the ghetto. And when I heard that in 6th grade, I was like, I need that name.
HoodPope, yeah.
So I need that
name.
name.
Nigga on Instagram so quick.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, I need
Nah,
it.
you took a couple years.
Exactly. So because of that, I went through like 4 names.
4 name changes.
3-4 name changes.
None of them
I
were
was just
good.
like, yo, bro, HoodPope is what I want to be. So boom.
HoodPope got a ring to it.
It's fire. That's fire. I told him that. I'm like, yeah, that's fire. Because he had the King Shotted name, and he's like, should he be just HoodPope or should he like keep King Shotted? And then like the HoodPope's like a nickname. I'm like, nah, just put HoodPope. Like HoodPope is just.
And I changed my Instagram is by my page of things I create is by HoodPope, and my actual one is just the HoodPope.
Yeah,
that crazy different.
Keeps them.
But in terms of like the networking part of it, one thing about networking upwards though, OJ, you know OJ Suave? He be on TikTok. He's like the Jamaican dude. He be making mad funny videos.
I know OJ.
People fat and shit.
I don't know if you know.
That's the he look like he got an oval face or something.
Yeah, he got a whole beard. Yeah, but he basically, Rod from Philly. He be making like TikToks and shit like that.
The nigga always telling stories and shit.
Yeah, he reached out to Rod because he was like, sometimes he was scared he wasn't gonna respond, but at the same time he was like, these people are human at the end of the day. Let me just shout out. He reached out to him. They had a conversation. Now they collabing. The most important about coming together is just about giving everybody their ideas. And, as long as you're real about it, you feel me? As long as you're clear and platformed. If it's like a paid collab, I always do things based off like contracts. So let's say I'm talking to someone, I'm like, all right, this is what we're gonna get out of it. This is boom. So there's no bad blood caused. Sometimes bad blood can even go between friends. And for example, y'all do. Let's say y'all doing a podcast and like y'all getting a lot of success.
Yeah, but I don't even know why we're here. Right
this
now.
literally this is all contract.
This is all contract.
Yeah. We're trying to get out of it. I'm be honest.
Like,
I am. I don't know about him.
Like y'all could both end up like feeling jealous of one other person because of the fact that let's say one person's name is ringing more bells than the other. Shit like that. That's why you gotta have clear communication, conversation with everything, and that's kind of just what I try to focus on. I focus on a lot of like human psychology to try to think about how people brain work and shit like that and situate, you know, things. I don't even really like being outside like that. I'm gonna be honest.
Bro.
This nigga's lying.
No,
A nigga that don't want to
My
be
son-
outside, don't be outside like him. He be outside.
I'll be outside.
We don't be
What was
outside.
what was you doing like 2 nights ago, bro?
That was the party. That was the
outside.
Lux experience. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I see your story the
I
day
was
after
lucky.
talking about some.
There was consequences for my actions, boy.
Nigga outside.
I was, yeah.
You and me be outside?
Nah, bro.
Nah,
Niggas
I know
don't be
y'all don't
outside.
be outside.
We don't
because
be
I
outside.
Ask you to come outside.
Yeah,
You
I don't be
come
outside.
But nah.
You know what happens when I'm outside? Psst,
TP, super.
feel me?
TP. But nah, I'm not even gonna get into that.
We gonna get to we gonna get to that.
But nah, we're just continue building up with people. Also, like, people are so jealous, and we always talk about how much niggas be hating. But where do niggas be hating? Like, for example, my
Word too,
account,
bro.
Instagram shows me 10,000 people.
Oh,
view
it
my
tells you
account
how
on
many
a
people
regular.
see you. Shit, them inside shit.
10,000 view my account on a regular, and I just be seeing niggas is preying. Not gonna lie. Me personally, I like everything that come across my page.
I do that.
I started.
I
making that a
literally,
habit,
I literally,
bro.
it became a habit for me. I just do it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, I'll go in the post and follow a nigga, and depending on whatever. But I just literally scroll and just, even if I don't,
Double tap everything.
even if I didn't watch the whole video or whatever, I'll just like it. Like, it's just I don't know, it's just instinctual at that point.
Some dude from the FaZe clan, I don't remember which one it was, but he said fame is 3 things. It's skill, luck, and consistency. And oftentimes the luck is the most important part. For example, like, I could post the same video on TikTok 3 times, and each one of those videos get 3 different ranges of views.
Yeah.
The first time I posted, I could have 267. Next time I posted, it could have 80K. Next time I posted, it could have 4K. Reason being, it's just the timing in which you post it. It's the timing of who decides to see it and who
opened their phone at that time, who was on TikTok, how
And that's the
active
thing,
it is.
There's some crazy rappers that will never make it if they don't got that lucky one time. They don't have that one
Yeah.
lucky connection.
It's
They
true.
don't
You
that
do
one.
need it. Luck
So what-
plays into it. No cap. Like, it definitely does.
My fault,
There you
bro.
go.
What do you think is like the formula for something like that? Then, if you're trying to go viral, because like you just said, there's so many variables that it turns into luck. You can't predict any of that. So
I would
is there a
say
way of like
learning your niche and also learning what's popping. So for example, like, some people be thinking that I do things randomly. I do nothing randomly. Everything in which I do is formatted. So for example, let's say
formatted.
my first like, the video that I had that hit 2.7
Million.
word.
Million. So he got this is one thing
it
before
was-
you go on. This is one thing I just can't figure out, and I told you this, and we're trying to figure it out now with this podcast, TikTok, and that algorithm and the whole app. I fucking hate it. Right?
Facts.
I'm trying to be light skinned, like, and but I fucking hate
That's
TikTok.
not for everybody.
Yeah,
Can
it's
Santi
not
put that
for me.
video that you posted the other day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
we
was
gotta
like,
talk about
I
it.
am
Nah, we gotta talk about that.
almost 6 foot.
Clean though. But yeah, this nigga, you look at his page. First of all, it was a consistent growth, and then if you looked at his pinned videos, it's not just 1 or 2. It's like 4 videos, like millions of views.
Yeah, and the thing is,
He
like,
has a following.
you that do, bro.
legitimately, I really only have like 14K on TikTok right now. And it also comes from the fact that I get discouraged a lot of times. I be getting bored. Sometimes my situation in my crib, there's people loud in the background. I can't make no damn video or whatever. So I stop for like 3 weeks and I'll come back. But I do know is, for example, what you got to do is, my type of content is that like Kai Cenat, OJ type of content of me just talking, saying some random shit.
Yeah,
People find
tuning
out.
into you,
Yeah.
but not like what you.
So
doing
what I
type
do
shit.
is I say something that either is relatable, so something that has to do with relationships or something that has to do with girls, and that they're either gonna argue about it or agree. When I did one video about me, people always thinking I'm Dominican. I knew immediately my Hispanic population going be like, comment, be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. That's how you get the views. Same thing when I made a crazy video that a lot of people know.
Oh
was just
yeah,
like-
that video is crazy.
It was like,
Wait, you know who D1 Pop is?
Nah, bro.
Fuck you.
I'm uncultured, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
D1 Pop is this funny ass
He-
content creator
on Instagram,
I think he's
mostly.
either from Brooklyn or the city.
I think he's from Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and he's just fucking hilarious. But he just reposted a TikTok that this nigga was like stitched onto because
Word.
he said some crazy shit on it.
Basically, I was just like, you know how niggas be like, yo, you know what grinds my gears and shit? So I took that and I said, you know what be flicking my bean? That's what I said. So
It
for
was,
those who
everybody
don't know,
was like, hey,
flicking
yo.
a bean,
like-
you feel me? A girl, you know what I'm saying? It's called a clip, whatever, call it a bean. So I just like, you know what? Let me just say some crazy out of pocket shit. And they're
you
not
don't
gonna
really
swipe.
be flicking my bean.
They're not gonna swipe. So I was just like, boom. And after that, it's just, I just watched. And then the other one, I made some shit about Nicki Minaj. I knew the birds were gonna fly.
Why'd you say it like that? Nicki Minaj.
I'm a little sassy. 21.
You one of them, man.
Like,
Okay.
you know, I know they're gonna flock for that, so I'm like, boom. So that's really all it is. If that's your niche, other girls, you feel me? I always say that, you know, girls have an easier way of creating their, you know, because men are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They see a little bakas, they're gonna continue.
I'm niggas.
Like they're gonna continue. But as a dude, I feel like as an artist, as a musical artist.
Nigga left me hanging.
Oh, my fault, man.
They didn't see that. As a musical artist, I feel like it's a little bit harder to grow on a platform like TikTok because short attention span, bro. Nobody's trying to sit and listen to a nigga sing.
Yeah.
You have to do something. That's what you have to do. You have
be
to
creative.
do something with it. You feel me? Like, for example, none of my TikToks of my photography have ever reached over like 5K views. Nobody's trying to see a nigga taking
Instagram.
pictures. On TikTok. If I make a TikTok with a route my photography or some shit, nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But if I do some shit on Instagram, that's the platform for it. But TikTok, they're not jacking that. So I think I've found my people group. They just want to hear a nigga talk, and I'm just gonna stick to that shit. And hopefully, you know, I've gained a lot of photography clients through my TikTok and shit like that.
That's
through a lot
tough.
of content.
We were talking to a guest yesterday. Shout out to Sodan, right? He was talking about how nowadays there's just so much talented people that you can't really just stick to one thing.
Not word.
So you doing that where you found an audience in a certain lane and then also having the photography on the side, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You might have two different audiences, and then maybe one day it'll obviously have this audience lead to, you know, this content or whatever, but just having two different things or two different lanes is actually a good thing nowadays. Like just having multiple lanes, your face is being seen everywhere. Like whether it's here, it's there, it's for a party, it's for photography, it's for whatever. And I think that's like the most important thing now. Like he does everything, and he just explained it, like why he does everything.
When I was in the spot the other day, there was like, yo, are you taking pictures today? I was like, no, I got my mans in here shooting today. I'm just running it. You feel me? And I've gained to the point in which I could actually, like, now delegation is very, very important. You know, I've gained the ability to meet important people and be like, you know what? Let me bless you, because I could have we could have found another photographer. But I'm like, no, let me have my mans that I personally know. Let me book them so they touch bread too. So the people in here go book them. I could have been an asshole and take my camera out and do that shit myself. But that's not what I'm interested in. I want everybody to grow, everybody to get their clout that they deserve, because there's a lot of people that are slept on because they didn't have that lucky chance. So my job is to make sure everybody gets as many chances as possible. And I think that's our own job too. By posting as consistently as possible, we're increasing our chances of luck. You know what I'm saying? They always say the shots you take, bullshit, whatever. Y'all know the quote. Yeah, the more and more and more and more
that
you
wasn't
post,
it.
I ain't running back for the quote, but you feel me?
That wasn't it.
I was following what you're saying. I just
It's
agreed
like
because
the shots
You didn't know the quote.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I knew the quote.
I knew the quote too, bro.
No, I'm not saying you didn't, but that nigga didn't seem like he knew the quote.
Nah, I knew. I was bullshit.
100%.
You feel me?
This
Like,
nigga just said, you know the shots. You know the quote. You don't know the quote, nigga.
yeah, so you just gotta continue creating your chances, because shit be OD. There's some people who do it on the first shot.
Yeah. Some people get luckier, quicker.
Other people try forever and they never make it. And that sucks, but that's reality. And then there's other people who, you know, it takes some time for them to build and whatever. But the more and more you continue doing it, the more and more it's likely for you to actually make it out this goddamn hood.
What do you think about that? Like, you know, you brought up the fact that some niggas do it forever and then just never make it. Unfortunately, they never get that break. So what do y'all both think about that? Like, obviously we do this, you know, we do want to go somewhere with it, but it's also a passion, right? We can all agree on that. So would you rather do something for the rest of your life, but you never make it, but it's something you love, or like maybe something that, you know, doesn't make you happy, but it's guaranteed success? And I'm asking both of y'all.
Good question, bro.
I like to chalk it up to this. So I would say, you got to be real with yourself sometimes. You feel me? Because there's passions, but then there's also like, yo, I gotta eat.
It's responsibilities.
I got kids. You feel me? I mean, I don't got no. But at some point, you know, some person
I
may
can't say
want
the
to.
same.
You need to be careful.
Who knows?
At some point, you know, feel me? A person may want to start a family. A person may have they're in a relationship,
right?
And their relationship, that girl or guy is sticking beside them, helping them accomplish their dream. But this girl doesn't want
these bitches.
But this girl don't want to like just continue struggling. She want to finally, you feel me?
I'll be dead eyes.
I know for me personally, I'm going to continue fighting, you know, creating my content, doing whatever I have to do. But if it gets to a certain point in which, you know, I'm not making no real bread, I'm picking up a trade. Because I know for a fact that when it comes to me starting a family, I don't want my family just
To
straight
starve.
You got to have something.
There's gonna be
consistent.
something that's gonna be like, all right, fuck it, life didn't go the way I wanted to, but at least I have a good
support.
family. I got a good house.
Yeah.
I can do something. I could, take a vacation. Have vacation time. Go take my family out. Whatever. That's what it would be.
You right. I ain't gonna lie. You right. But I'm just too stubborn, nigga. Fuck my family, nigga. Fuck them niggas. I'm trying to make like I just like fuck. I'm just too stubborn. But you're right though. Like life comes with responsibilities, regardless. Like whoever you are, like it's gonna come. It's there, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just so stubborn, bro. Like
I feel you.
I
on
just
that,
don't.
bro.
I don't see it.
That's part of the
I see
reason
me
why I
not
couldn't
making
finish
it.
college. Started college. So I literally told myself since I was in middle school, I said I'm not going to college unless I'm playing basketball in college. After I came back from South Carolina, it was time to go to college.
Mhm.
But I didn't apply for no school.
Yeah.
I applied for school when everybody was getting the acceptances.
So
I'm
you
looking
was real
around.
late
I
with
was
it.
real late. So, I said, fuck it. I applied to a whole bunch of shit. I got into a whole bunch of shit. But I'm like, bro, I don't even want to go. So I went to LaGuardia. Shout out LaGuardia.
Oh my God, no, fuck! Don't shout out to LaGuardia. Fuck LaGuardia. I went to LaGuardia for 2 weeks, and I
I went
dropped
for a
out.
semester. I went for a semester.
Yeah, I went for 2 months.
You went to LaGuardia?
Nah, I went to BMCC.
Oh, this
My
nigga
parents
just.
met at BMCC.
Yo, bro,
That's crazy, bro.
LaGuardia looked like a bunch of apartment buildings.
And another thing
Fucking
is,
hate
remember,
LaGuardia.
I was going during COVID time.
Oh,
so there was
no.
no
Oh.
type of people, there was no nothing in that shit. It felt like I was just walking in. And
Oh, you went in the building.
Yeah, I was going in.
You wasn't doing remote?
Some of my classes were in remote,
That's
but I
depressing.
had one, my math class.
That's
I had to
crazy.
go
I
in
thought
person.
I thought CUNY's closed. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's
continue.
the-
I was a
the
little bit
Pope.
younger, so remember.
You right.
Yeah,
He's the hood
I
Pope,
was
so they
kinda
open the
getting out.
doors just
they
for
open
him.
the doors for me, you know what I'm saying? I have to
Yeah.
bless people. But by the way, my man's Wavy Chris, shout out Wavy Chris, because if I ain't shout him out, he would have blocked me.
Shout out, Wavy Chris.
But he
My guy.
wants me to take the come get blessed because I'm the HoodPope. He wants that to be my new thing. I don't know. I feel like
When do you say that?
I don't know.
You just gonna
Was
pull
that
up
like
on a
just like
bitch?
a tag or something?
You just gonna pull up on a bitch like, come get
Yo,
blessed.
that would be
That
crazy,
is
You know
crazy,
what's
bro.
crazy? I did have a tag.
Excuse me?
Word?
I have
Like an audio tag?
Yeah.
That's
For
kind of
what?
tough. How would you
Where would you?
incorporate that?
When,
I don't know 'cause
When
I don't
would
make
you?
music.
How do you have a tag?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We have to cut this out. I dead told a girl I was like,
We have to cut this out.
We might have to cut this out. I dead told
Yo,
the girl I was
salty.
like, do me a favor, just say my name real quick. I was like, oh yeah, it was over.
Well, how recent was it?
It was a minute ago. It was a
So
long
who
minute.
cares?
Word.
Who cares,
Like,
nigga? Yo, Santiago, do not cut that
I
out,
was like,
nigga.
yeah, I was like, yo, just do me a favor. I was like, hold on, let me send an audio message. You saying my name, and then it was fire. It was like,
She's
yeah.
a smooch. I'm sorry, I don't mean disrespect her. Who is it? I don't. No, don't
She's
say
not a
who it
smooch.
is.
She's a nice, respectable young lady. But
Nigga,
it was a fire. It
remember
was
you
a fire
son of a
tag.
bitch? Hey, can you just say my name a bunch of times into the microphone real quick? Like,
Because I was
Yeah, but
thinking.
it really be that easy sometimes.
I was really trying to
Yeah,
think
for
about
y'all
like,
niggas,
what I
I don't
could
got it like
what
that.
I could do it with, because I knew I was like, I need something, but it's not the HoodPope one. It's the King Day one. I think
You gonna use that one instead?
I can't use King Day. No, I mean I could use King Day. 'cause I
nigga,
still go
but
by
when are
King
you
Day.
using it? Like, you
I
can't
don't know.
slap it on a
Nah,
photo.
it would be tough if you did like. You would have to probably add on to it, but like if you did a reel of one of your photos,
Nah, word.
like you just made it the picture of video.
The
so
good thing
audio
is I am
playing,
trying to start in videography, so that could be my tag in the beginning. Your shit,
Mm-hmm.
your little
Lonely boy?
that shit is fire.
Shit hard,
Yo,
right?
bro,
That
thank you. Bro. I
shit is
appreciate
fire.
that.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
make that yourself, or did you have somebody else?
Nah, I
make
drew
that?
it. I drew it.
This nigga,
Nah, I was not a part of that process.
That shit is
Yo,
fire.
bro.
It's fire, right?
that shit, I made that in like 2 minutes, bro.
He drew
that
it
shit is
though.
tough.
Because I was just, you know how you just be doodling, right?
No,
That's not how I doodle. Did you see how you first did it? It don't matter. Nah. But whatever. He would look crazy. It's okay.
Nah, but yeah, I appreciate that though, bro. It's supposed to be a stick figure. It's supposed to be a kid holding a balloon holding
Yeah.
up no fingers.
That's
so.
fire. That's
Yeah.
definitely fire. And I like the orange. I think you should like. I don't know which.
Yeah,
keep
the
the
black
orange
and white.
colorway. The orange. Yeah, that one. That
It
one
is pretty
definitely-
swaggy.
yeah,
When you
that's
put
swaggy.
it in like the first video we did, you didn't put it in the first video we did. You didn't put it in Big World. You didn't start using it.
Nah, yeah, that's when I started like stepping. Like I just started doing shop out.
Yeah, you started doing shop out. Yeah. But
A lot
nah,
of people go through name changes. Word.
I never did.
Nah,
You sure?
Nigga, that's not a name change. I had my government. my Instagram was my government. Like last name, first name. I was gonna say it, my fault. Last name, first name. Then oh no, I kind of did. You're right. But like that wasn't my artist name. That was just
Nah,
my Instagram
yeah,
tag.
yeah.
I had GO_21. I don't know why.
Numbers in his name is crazy.
Numbers in the name is crazy, but
wait,
then
how did you? Oh no, never mind.
Go ahead.
Nah, you can tell me after the camera.
nah, go tell me. I'm good. Go.
Where'd you put the numbers at? Like in the name?
In the name, at the
That
end.
is
Shit ass.
And that's cool. I thought you meant like
G21EO type shit? Oh, hell
like
no.
a 0 or something.
What the fuck? No. On my Instagram, it was G.E.O_21. Shit
I
was
think you
ass.
still need to,
Change it?
to make it even simpler.
Bro, you know who the fuck got the name G.O. on Instagram? Some random Italian nigga who hasn't posted since 2016. And I fucking video called him one time. I shit you not.
To try to get the name?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, gang, pick up. But I think he's like dead or something. Nigga hasn't
Bro,
posted in years and he didn't pick up.
So
nothing.
I'm glad by HoodPope is not taken by anybody.
But HoodPope was?
The HoodPope is.
So what did you do for your name? The dot HoodPope or some shit?
Yeah, it's like the hood.pope or something.
Well, what the fuck? I don't know what to do, bro.
I don't know. Just take a lot of them periods out or something.
No, nigga, you might say it's harder to find it, but I say it's the opposite, and let me tell you why. The IMGO, just regular and shit, like it'll be harder to find, but it's like the dots. It's so many dots, right? There's nobody else with that many fucking.
So when
dots.
you walk up to a person,
yeah,
and
and they be
tell
like, "What's your Instagram?"
you be like,
Ask this nigga I.am.G.E.O. On God.
Yeah.
nah, I like the fact that I could just be like by HoodPope.
All right, nigga, we're not all cool. All right, I can't put by Geo. Like,
I mean,
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That's the first time I ever heard that, bro. Calling a nigga for a name.
oh yeah, I was about
That's-
to press his dumb ass. Cause why the fuck is your name that?
nah, there's other
It
people.
was just Geo.
It's G.E.O.
Oh, that would have been tough.
He's a
Okay, I see
fucking
what you're
asshole.
saying. Yeah.
Who the fuck is that
That would have
nigga?
been tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna report his ass or some shit.
Nah, word, take this Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something. I don't want his Instagram, but I just want the tag. I just want the tag.
Yo, let me ask you a question.
What's going on, bro?
How y'all feel about buying followers?
Oh, that's retarded.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense.
You know what's crazy? We actually, my fault. We actually like ran into a problem where I thought somebody was buying for us, and it got me tight.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why? Because your account has grown so much? The building blocks has grown that quick?
it wasn't.
It was just like low key sus.
It was
Like,
weird to us. Yeah,
Well,
but
what is it at now?
It's only at 130. As the
Nigga.
Instagram, but it just the I'm talking about the amount of
130 is OD, though.
yeah.
Interactions. Yeah, it was the interactions.
It was the interactions. We got like 10K.
On that,
Everybody
on the
was
freestyle for
commenting
you?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the YouTube video did great and everything. It was like really
That's what it was. Yeah, it was the YouTube.
we was
video,
looking
too.
through everything, but everything seems to check out.
Shit, then just take it as a god.
And
blessing.
if you see our Instagram stories, like the watching, it makes sense. The amount of people watching it versus so it makes sense. But
I was explaining this to a couple of my friends the other day, as I said.
you're buying
for-
followers.
Yeah, I was saying, you guys have to understand, a lot of these people that y'all think is clouded are really not clouded.
They're not.
Oh, bro.
And what they do is when they buy the followers and you look in the every single page. So I hope y'all know every model that I end up working with. I'm talking to.
He on your ass.
I look through everybody.
Yeah.
So I know who's real and who's not. So when y'all try to be like, oh, I get booked for this, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Talk
Cap.
your shit. Talk your shit.
Super
You
cap.
feel me? So, but what they do is to the person who's not looking through them, they be like, oh, you got this, boom, and then they end up working with that person who actually has clout. And because they work with that person who never looked through what they have, they start being around people that they don't deserve to be around, and they just continue. For me, I've grown everything myself. Right, I'm at like almost 4K now, which is really
Except
not
4
bad.
mil.
Almost 4K.
Feels like it.
But I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling like
You know why it feels like it? Because his interaction through those followers, it's like his engagement is like it's there. Like all the
Yeah.
people who follow him are active.
Everybody's
you know what I'm
tuned in,
saying?
yeah,
commenting,
they actually be
liking,
tuned in.
sharing.
Yeah. And another thing is
For me, people pick and choose.
Yeah.
They'll be active sometimes, and then other times they're like, "Oh, this nigga rapping."
because you're a bitch.
Yeah.
And I think another good thing that you've done, bro, you kind of associated yourself with like your brand. Like that's you're a photographer, right? Most people be like, "Oh, let the work speak for itself."
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
No,
are
but
the
his
work type shit.
personality is
Yeah.
heavy on the
That's
content.
what one person told me. He was like, yo, you also gotta take into consideration. He was like, shout out Wavy Chris again. He was like, when you get big, bro, you gotta understand that people aren't just shooting with a photographer. They're shooting with HoodPope.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like there's something, and because the thing is, like, even aside me shooting, let's say another photographer needs me, I'd be like, yo, take this model that I worked with. I'm over here like working other people's situations, blah 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 blah. So that's another thing. Every person that's worked with me, either another photographer picks them up, or I bring them back for another shoot, or I just create a bond with each and every person that I get. Realistically, nobody really knows how long I've been shooting. But if I really am if I look back at the date of my first series, it was March of this year.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That is tough, bro. I didn't know that.
And it does not
I was
look
a-
like that.
I wasn't a part of that one. I was supposed to be,
You were supposed to be.
but it wasn't my fault. Remember whose fault it was?
He said, "Fuck Gio, bro."
That wasn't my fault. I'm not even gonna say it was fault as it was, but you know it wasn't my fault.
That was not your fault.
Because it was supposed to be me and somebody else. Nah, it was Chico, and he baited. He baited because he's the biggest bait I've ever met in my life.
Shout out Chico though.
Yeah, shout out to Chico and shit. Baiting ass.
But nah, that was my first series, and ever since then the consistency just stayed, and I just continued posting. What I did was, instead of me just trying to start out, oh yeah, book me for bookings. No. Hey, do you want to do a content shoot real quick? You know, help me create something. Other people, like I said, connecting sideways. We still do this thing together. We do a collab post. Your followers see me. My followers see you. My followers going to follow you. Go both ways. Just collab, continue building. And then it got to the point where I started working with bigger people. My talent started speaking more than the number of people following my account.
Because the talent's there. You know, for most people, the talent's there, but it's just like the exposure is not. So once you start getting your shit out there, and then now it's like, okay, we see this nigga lie, and then we're like, oh, this shit's actually dope. Can't ignore it. Like, it's okay, this shit fire, but you keep seeing him, you're like, all right, I gotta tune in. This nigga's going crazy.
Exactly, that's another thing. So there's a certain threshold of which a person can resist
Yes. Niggas hate, but they could only hate so much.
They can only hate so much.
They be
when
like,
they keep seeing everybody post you, it's like, all right, let me see what this
all right, let me hop on the bill.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me hop on the wave.
I know I've done that too, bro.
There's definitely people I've been like, I've seen this shit. All right, fine, let me go click. Let me go click, you feel me? So that's what I also reaching out to. I'd be telling photographers. One photographer hit me up, is like, yo, bro, let me ask you a question. How do you be getting your bookings? I'm like, there's a difference between things that you like to shoot and things that pay bills. Things that pay bills, lifestyle, beauty, women, celebrations, events.
Women.
Those pay bills. Things that are creative as any type of theme, anything that is either scary looking or whatever, you don't get paid for those unless you doing that shit for a magazine or somebody rich. Until then, you need to learn how to use Photoshop to make a girl look pretty, use Photoshop to make a dude's chain look icy and to make him look good in front of a car. Those things aren't even technically hard. No. You gotta just know the framing, have a good lens, have a good prime lens, and you're sanctioned. Those are what you need to be doing to sell. What I did for that is I just went, found a couple people, practiced those shoots, started posting them, got buckets from that. When I finally started taking people into the studio and doing practice shots for like my creative shit, then people was like, oh, you know how to do a birthday shoot. Never did a birthday shoot before in my fucking life. I'm like, yo, dad, how do a birthday shoot? And then I watched a couple videos.
I remember that one.
Exactly. I'm like, you know, boom. So I'm like, all right, bam, let's go hop in the studio. Because my goal was never to shoot those types of things. I never give a fuck about that. But it takes a lot of pouring into money. All the series I did in the beginning, every time we went to the studio, I paid for that shit.
Right. It comes out of your pocket. It comes out of my pocket. So you need a source of revenue,
That's
for
why
sure.
you're saying you got to spend money to make money. Because now, starting out, my bookings was like, my rates was like around like 100 for a look. Now my shits is at like 250 for a look. And I can still get that same consistency because of the fact that work is good. My time sending back pictures is good. My communication is another good. That's another thing.
Your name getting out there.
Communication, bro.
Communication is very, very
underrated,
very
bro.
important. That's why people be saying, "Yo, Dave, you always on your phone." I'm like, I kind of have to.
Yeah, bro.
I really, really kind of have to, because if not,
You said your government.
I know. I was hoping. I was really hoping.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Like, yeah, like you really got to be on your phone. Hey, can you do this? I bet I could do this. Blah blah blah. Also, working with people, but don't lower yourself too much. You feel me? Like, let's say somebody's like, "Oh, 250 is too much."
I see what you're saying.
Don't go down to 175. Be like, I can work with you to 225, or offer them something different. So let's say they want to do 2 looks, and you tell them the price is like 500 for those 2 looks. But then they say they don't want to do one, but they don't want to just spend like
500.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of give them like a little bit of a deal. Don't lower your standard too much, but show them that you are a human and willing to work with them. And blah blah blah, and then they'll come back and tell somebody else, "Hey, I went to this photographer,
and he was pretty cool about it." Facts.
Yeah, make everybody comfortable too. Like, I always bring my shorty with me to, especially the shoots I do with women, so they feel comfortable.
Cause you know a lot of these photographers are weird ass niggas.
Are super creeps.
They only take pictures of bitches.
And
they only take pictures of women.
Crazy shit, bro. Like,
and it's weird. Like they're just doing weird shit.
I'm about to start doing like
gotta get bitches out of my vocabulary.
Like boudoir photo shoots, right?
Huh?
So like lingerie boudoir photo shoots. I'm about to start doing those.
You need an assistant or something.
And one person I
I
was
don't mind
good enough
holding
to
the
do it, she was like, yeah. I was like, have you ever done one before? That was my first question.
She's like, nah.
She was like, yeah, actually. But she was like, but the guy, he made me feel a little weird. He was like, arch. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Bro,
So
niggas be holding the camera.
Bro.
they be holding the camera and covering
horny.
down here. Bro, they be ODing. They be ODing super. So I'm like, yeah. So when I start offering those as a service, because I haven't offered them as a service, I'm going to have a whole contract, a whole waiver.
Roll that out real.
Roll it out.
All the
This is what you need to
details.
sign, because they ain't taking my black ass.
Yeah, you're not trying to get into no pop.
You a young black man, bro.
Exactly, bro. I'm a tough nigga, but I ain't going to jail.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Glock Dookie gonna get you.
Yeah, Glock Dookie is crazy. You could say you a tough nigga. I'm not tough. I'm not going to jail.
I'm not going to jail.
I don't belong in jail.
Nah.
This nigga belong in jail.
Bro, think about this, bro. Imagine y'all niggas in jail, right? Y'all go to sleep. Y'all have a dream that y'all out. You outside partying with the bros, fucking bitches. Then you wake up, walls.
You back in jail.
Bro.
That's over.
Nah, I'm a cry.
Your whole mood is done.
Nigga, you good in jail.
Nah, but
I
bro,
ain't
I
gonna lie,
don't
you
want to
good
be
in
there
jail.
either.
I mean, you don't want to be there, but
Nobody
like,
would
all
want
right,
to.
let's be honest, right? So we're all three in jail, right? We all three end up in jail. I'm getting
That's a
fucked.
funny
I'm done.
situation,
Like,
bro.
I'm done for.
Why?
I'm done for it.
Niggas
Bro,
is
all you
cellmates and
gotta
shit.
do, bro, is like you really gotta try to like.
Are you giving me
yourself.
advice to survive in jail, nigga? Don't. I'm not going to jail.
I gotta
bro.
help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As
get a
much as
HoodPope,
possible.
bro.
Nah, I'm good. Don't worry. I kill. If I end up in jail, I kill myself.
Nah, they wouldn't let you. They wouldn't let you.
Oh yeah, you want to bet?
You gonna hit yourself with a
I'm
black
proving niggas wrong. I'm taking myself out.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I can't survive.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Jail is really bad right now. Like I was looking
Right now?
No, I'm saying like in the facility.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, you talking about like cleanliness and
the
like
cleanliness,
How they
the way
treat
the
you?
inmates are being treated.
Yeah.
They're getting it's bad. Like
Yeah.
like Rikers right now is horrible. Correction officers don't even care about what's going on.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. Don't go to jail,
Like
nigga.
going to jail is crazy. That's another thing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I need bread, but I'm not taking that risk. I'm not
not taking that risk.
I'm not doing it, bro. At this point,
Bro.
another reason I'm not doing it is because of the fact that the same reason I don't buy followers. I always wanted all my success to be 100%. I made it.
Legit.
So it's like I feel like if I make it, but I still did those shortcuts, I'm gonna look back and be like, damn, I fake bought that.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
You're gonna be. It's like a mental thing.
Yeah,
bro.
I want
feel you.
all to be mine. So because of that, I'm gonna continue. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, if I
You
could
gotta earn your
hit a
blessings, bro.
lick real quick to get me right, give me enough money to do all this shit I want to do, I'm doing it. This nigga chatting. I'm not gonna be like, damn, I feel like, nah, nigga. I'm gonna be living good, feet kicked up,
Nah, there's
laid back,
mad
nigga.
people though.
Swear to God.
But another thing is like one bad thing about buying followers is that your engagement goes down.
Oh no,
actually.
the
That's what I was,
buying followers is
about,
completely retarded. My
Oh,
fault,
yeah.
because it just doesn't make sense. So I know a nigga, right? I would say his name, but I'm not. I'm just not. But I would, right? And I follow him, right? And I see clearly. You know, it's funny. I didn't check at first. You said what?
Pussy.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna feel bad.
Nah, yeah, don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
Pussy.
All right, whatever.
Nah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro.
It don't matter. I know you fucking with me, but like it was working though. I was about to say. Nah, the only reason I'm not gonna do it is because like I think he did it and then like he's fucked. Like he's trying to like.
Now get out.
But it's once you buy them shits and like right.
Yeah,
So
it's like a leech, bro. That shit
It's
is
done. Like it just looks
Because
weird.
Instagram knows, and it's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna put your engagement even further down.
Further down, they don't help your shit get out at all. You forget about verification. It's over for all of that.
Super.
But anyway, he clearly bought followers. But like I'm cool with him. Like I knew him personally, so I never even checked until a nigga brought it up. Like you know one of them hating ass niggas, like 24/7. The nigga just scrolling and hating on niggas. I have a nigga like I know a nigga like that. I can say his name. His name's KJ. He just be watching mad face. So he sent me the Instagram. He like, yo, this shit don't look kind of crazy. I'm like, what you mean? It was like 30 minutes. Nigga got like 1,000 something likes
views,
on a picture. And then you look at his followers and he's like, doesn't really add up. And then you go on his followers, mad at them
Mad
like
Russian,
Asian
Arabic
women,
names, bro.
Asian
yeah.
women
Be a
who
lot of
all
first and last names.
like, and they posted on October 17th all their pictures. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is fuck. Like,
This is super.
and now every time he posts, you can see like this picture's ass, nigga. But he still got like 3,000 likes in 10 seconds. I'm like, yeah,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. Like I remember one person was trying to talk to me.
And he's a
about,
content creator.
Exactly, bro. One person was trying to talk to me. I had this model trying to talk to me. And
you mean?
basically, she was
Like, talk to you how?
No, like about a collab.
Oh, conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was basically talking as if she was
Trying to incriminate this nigga.
She was basically trying to talk about almost like she was bigger than she was. So I already knew shit was cap, but I'm like, just to humor myself.
She was one of them bitches buying?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
can
like,
you say her name?
Nah. I'm just like,
Exactly.
super pussy. Super pussy. The HoodPope is very pussy. So I go, I'm like, let me humor myself real quick. I just scroll. I already turned my screen recording on before I even looked through. And I'm just like, yeah, there we go. I'm like,
you was looking through the followers?
I'm like, they built your cloud up to a level in which you now feel like you are that person. Nah, not me, gang. I'm gonna still hit you with my rate is this.
Facts.
Bitch, try to get a little discount?
Because, I started doing photography, bro. And people, how niggas be joking and shit. Be like, oh, how many bitches you fuck? I'm like, oh, bro, that ass, bro, I need my bread, bro. Like, for real.
Never.
You know why I'm laughing? I really feel like I was one of them niggas who acts like that shit. I'd be like, yo, so you be fucking bitches and
Bro,
shit?
really with that photography shit, bro, never, ever try to mix your money with that.
Facts, bro.
Because
Not just
I say
photography.
anything, bro.
Yeah,
same
anything.
with business, but
It's just like, if it's a business opportunity and whatever you're doing, don't.
rapping is a little different though.
No, but hold on. It depends. Like,
Whoa,
we
you said
gotta
what?
depend on
I
the.
feel like rapping is a little bit different.
Oh, rap.
As far as fucking the bitches, no, it depends on if it. All right, if it's gonna put you in a situation where it might potentially later fuck that business relationship up or something up, just don't. It's not worth it.
Word.
You know what I mean? And you know me, I be thinking with my dick first. I be stupid as fuck. But for that shit, I take it super serious. I take it super serious. At least that in the
person,
business
we looked
shit.
at the camera when he
Yeah,
said
so
that
yeah,
shit.
we been knew that. All right, yeah, we knew that. I ain't gonna lie. I knew that. I still do it, but as far as the business opportunity, never mix that shit because you
Yeah.
just don't want to fuck your.
You could
know
end
what
up
I'm saying?
losing a lot. You feel me? You
It's
could.
dumb as
there's
fuck.
a lot.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know, but I do want to know.
I think you was talking last about something. I forgot.
Well, me and him were talking about something.
We were
specific.
talking about something, but I do want to know what's y'all end goals
Okay.
Like individually or
individually?
It's basically, bro. I just want to do what I love. Kind of like you just said. Right now, I'm in the learning process. All that. I just want to get paid to live, bro. Have fun. But still, I'm in the learning process. Like I said, and yeah, I definitely want to do music videos though. I think this shit is so fire. Eventually, I want to get into films. I'm not too sure where down the line, but I do want to touch on that soon. But
Oh, that's valid.
yeah,
I think we touched on this on the episode that was just us two, our first episode, and we basically asked each other like basically similar question. Me, it's not super specific for me. I just want to keep doing what I love, and what I love is creating content. Now, music is definitely like top for me, but like I love just creating shit. Podcasts, love it. Being in a video, love it. If it's like some acting shit, love it. Whatever. I just like being creative, expressing myself, shit like that. It's just when I'm happiest. You know what I mean? Every time we leave one of these episodes, I just feel fucking amazing. It's like a feeling of euphoria, and it's just like that's the only time I get that feeling is when I'm creating. So obviously, I just want to make a living creating. So wherever that is, I'm always make music, whether it's the main source
Or if
of
it's just
income or if it's just me
passion.
doing it. But the main idea is just you want to be in a space where you love what you're doing, you love how you're living, and you just love being alive. Life is beautiful to you every day.
word.
So that's really just me. How about you?
yeah, bro. What's the
Nigga hit a note.
what's the end goal? Like, what's end vision for
HoodPope.
Biggest end goal for me, actually, I'm dead trying to so when I say to everybody, I got mad foundations I'm trying to start. I was dead talking to somebody yesterday, shout out Desi. I was telling her about all the foundations and
Does he's single?
what if Desi was a guy?
You said her. You said we were talking.
You paying attention? I'm not gonna lie.
And okay, did I flirt? I just asked if they were single.
Why you alright.
If a nigga was single, I'd be like, all right, shout out to bro. Fuck.
But
I'm just
basically,
asking.
what I want to do with it is for example, I want to have a whole
Yeah, so-
foundation about, what I'm saying, homeless people. I want to start a clothing brand that only employs people that are homeless. And also on top of that, I want to have enough money that my warehouses would also have places for these people to sleep. You feel me? Because one big thing about people who are homeless is there's never really a way out of it. Think about it. If you're homeless, how people gonna mail you a check?
Right.
If you're homeless, how they gonna give you a call back for the job if you don't got no phone? It's a consistent. You can't get out of it unless somebody saves you.
Start somewhere.
So somebody has to save them. So that's always been my goal. and another thing when I was thinking I was a kid is I always said it doesn't cost that much because I always understood that the cost to create versus the cost that we sell things are drastically different. That's how we have profit. But being a person, how much money do you think there is in the world between all these athletes, all these movie actors? There's so much money in the world.
A lot of money.
And there's still so much poverty. That doesn't make sense to me.
Facts.
And I understand that we live in a capitalist world or whatever. People work for themselves. People make their own money. But at the same time, if I have all this money and there's still people looking for food, eating out of garbage cans, that makes no sense to me, bro.
Yeah.
That never has made any sense.
To be honest, I agree with you. Only thing I wouldn't do personally of what you said is employ the homeless people, because a lot of you ever seen a New York homeless person? They scare the fuck out of me.
No, bro, we got some new homeless people. Yeah. They on like some Call of Duty zombie shit, bro. Every single time I go on the train, I have some new encounter, and it's like round one,
like a Pokemon encounter, bro. It's like a fucking battle.
They put fear in my heart.
One of the last times I was in a park, smoked a spliff. This homeless dude woke up to me with weed in his hand. He said, "Yo, you dropped this." I said, "I didn't. No, I didn't." He's like, "This is yours. It came out of your pocket." I'm like, "Yo, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes."
Yeah, bro.
What you mean it came out of my... Bro, nigga was trying to lace me. The time before that, I see a homeless dude get into a fight with a whole bunch of dudes in Far Rock. They pull out a gun in front of me. Yeah. I'm like, yo,
that's your fault.
Far Rock,
crazy.
bro.
That's your fault. Fuck you in Far Rock for?
No, they was from Far Rock. I was on the E train on Forest Hills and 71st.
How you know they was from Far Rock?
Because one dude had a tattoo on his arm and said Far Rock.
I ain't gonna lie.
It would look like
I love y'all. I love everybody. But if you're from Far Rockaway, do not get it tatted.
Nah, word.
Yeah, that shit is...
It looked like a stick and poke tattoo.
What the fuck?
It looked like a real jail tattoo. I'm like, yeah, this is...
Oh, he went to jail? Nah, that's... Do your thing,
But I'm thinking, another thing is like, yo, no, not to like, you know what I'm saying, knock
shit
nobody
on
hustle.
nobody.
But like, yo, bro, I saw, there was a girl with them. These was Showtime niggas. There was a girl with them. In my head, I'm like, yo, bro, what does your mother think you doing right now? You traveling on the train with these Showtime niggas to flip hats and do tricks on the train. This is not valid.
Oh, they one of them niggas.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, on some
she
real
doing
shit.
Good.
I'm like,
I mean, whatever.
Yo,
maybe that's just what she go for.
Nah. That's one of my biggest fears, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Showtime niggas?
Nah.
Homeless people?
Nah, don't do that, bro. It was
homeless people scared me. No, that's one of my biggest fears.
Getting poked by a homeless person, bro.
What? What do you mean poked? Oh, a needle?
I had a dream. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, right? I was just on the train.
Some memories immaculate.
One of them was just, he be on the train, bro. He looks dead at me. I'm all the way on the other side, and he starts running at me. That nigga has a needle in his hand.
Oh, nah.
I'm trying to fight him off and shit. He gets me. I just start crying, bro.
Really?
Yeah. In my dream, bro.
No, it was a dream.
It was a dream.
Oh, yeah, he'd be done.
Bro.
He'd be done. He'd be finished.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm about to be like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
It's time to go.
I was like, I did that too.
Nah, nigga been coughing too, bro.
Nah, bro, that is definitely something I'm not trying to go through. I'm not trying to get no bump. You feel me?
Bro,
like,
because most homeless people in New York are just crackheads.
Bro.
They gave up, so they're like, yo, fuck it. Let me just start doing crack and shit.
Nah,
so they just be...
Most homeless people though, bro.
Some are crackheads. Another group of them is actually people who have mental issues and never got the correct help.
Oh.
So they people put them in the same group.
I'm sorry to be insensitive. I just did that.
No, I learned that, and I'm gonna tell you why I learned that. I actually,
hey, I'll be honest, they both scare me.
I actually met somebody that I was previously working with that ended up started to bug out, like bug out crazy. And in my head, I'm like, yo, if nobody helps this dude, he's just gonna be out on the street, and then he'll never come back home, and then he'll continue living on the street, and time will continue. I'm like, and then I had the epiphany, like, is this what all these homeless people are like? They used to be regular people. Because think about it. You ever think about this person used to be like a kid with a mom and a dad. How did this person get like that? That's how niggas really got like that.
You know, it's sad because I don't think most people like me think about all of that. But it's true. Like if you sit there and think about it, it's true. These people had lives before before they ended up here. But it's just that it's so hard, bro. Because it's like it's great that you want to help people. I want to help people too. I don't want to help those people, but I want to help not homeless people. Let me
I don't give money to homeless people.
You don't?
I don't give money to homeless people.
I do give money to homeless people.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I don't give money to homeless people.
Before you get into that, I don't mind helping people, but it's just that it's so hard because like we're going through what we're going through, and this certain shit like you're trying to stay afloat. You're trying to build your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so hard to deal and think about other people's problems all the time. So it's hard to walk around New York. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's hard to walk around New York and like fucking look at a man and be like, damn, imagine what it was like before. I gotta help him. You got your own shit going on. I don't want to end up like that. Yeah. Just saying.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I don't give money to homeless people. There's a couple of reasons. One, I'm feeding their habit. I'm not gonna continue feeding their habit.
Yeah, but
Crack is like 50 cents. I ain't gonna do that.
Nah, facts.
Secondly,
that's crazy, by the way, bro. But
bro, crack. You ever see Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah,
bro. It didn't take that long. Them niggas was making that shit in a fucking tea kettle. That shit was easy. Crack is super easy.
Just saying, guys.
If you need a business, not condoning, whatever. But also, secondly, after that, you feel me? It's not gonna help them.
Yeah.
Like I understand, they can go to get a little McChicken, right? But at the same time, me giving them $2, it's not doing anything for them. I'm broke too. Keep it a bit with you. I kind of am. I kind of need my money. I need my chips. Yeah. So for me, like what I would do is I would continue hustling on my own in order to get there. Like you could differentiate the people that you can trust is gonna do something good with the money, but also at the same time, everybody lies. I could lie. I could be like, yo, can I have $2 for this, and then go use it to buy something that is not food. You feel me? So that's why in my head I'm like, You know, if niggas from New York, if homeless niggas from New York just had social media, they'd all eat. Because them niggas are hilarious. They're the most entertaining niggas ever. Right. And athletic.
And athletic. You ever seen like niggas who just have those meme pages and all that always film?
I just realized something. Hold on. Why doesn't the military enlist all homeless people?
Well, because they'd be hard to like instruct.
But at the same time,
they're bug outs. Like they're gonna be tough.
But if you for those who weren't bug outs, right?
No.
If you gave them shelter, and as long as they signed a contract to stay fighting or stay fixing or whatever, those are free jobs. For those people that don't have to be around these other people, there's military bases in which they can get, their therapy to bring them to regular society. That would take off so many people off the streets.
I'm going to be honest. I could not imagine our U.S. Army just being a bunch of crackheads.
But you know how strong them
niggas is strong, but hold on. Imagine you like, yo, like you tell a crackhead to go fucking shoot at the ops and the niggas start shooting his man, just start bugging out.
Another thing is you also gotta remember they gotta break their brain back to what it's supposed to be.
Well, all right, nigga, they don't want to do all of that. Okay, they have perfectly functional people that they'll just throw in.
But the worst part is, honestly, the regular people that bring into the military after they get out, most of them end up being homeless too. You know how many veterans we have on the street?
That's true. This is very political. Not political, but it's like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you just got mad deep.
But yeah, you just got mad deep. Like you're making me sad. But it's true. It's true. Like you're right. Mad people, they end up homeless and shit after the military. So it's like, I guess they could just bring the homeless niggas in, like just throw them out after. Like, all right, y'all ended up here anyway.
But the most important, not the most important, but the thing that I was talking about before about my end goal, also, so we help people, love everybody. I'm a firm believer in God, so I want to help everybody.
But is that's the end goal?
My biggest end goal is, help everybody in the world.
That sounds like a side mission. Okay.
Wow.
But, it does, though.
But my end goal for, I would say, myself is a monopoly of every type of production. So I want a video content creation production company that includes photography, videography. I want it to be a thing of like, yo, you know how you can come to a specific record company for an artist? I want to have a production company for you come, I'll send Lonely out on this job. I'll send fucking Kenny out on this job. Like specific people. Real talk, shout out Kenny. I never even met you, but you my man's already.
Nah, facts. Me too, bro.
I want to have the ability to just give everybody, these are all my people. And then every little photographer that's growing, that would be me, that I would be looking for somebody to put me on. I bring somebody so they can get put on and work with an artist. Because there's mad, exactly.
Ecosystem.
Yeah, there's mad people, there's mad artists like you and me that are better than a lot of other niggas. Yeah. But we don't have the class to our name that we need. This would be the way that we would build everybody. I also want a modeling agency. Reason being, because I already fake have one. Like, type shit in the idea
shit,
that
bro. Not type shit. Talk shit, like
in the way that about it.
In the way that like I could really be like somebody could really like, yo, I need a model for this. I bet
send one out,
and I could just send one out. So I would like to actually do it on a grand scheme of things, where also I want to switch it up. Like I talked to a couple of people who are signed, and they're like, yeah, bro, like I can't do a photo shoot if it's not sent out by them.
Right.
It's like jail. Niggas in a 360 deal with a record company. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
People don't tell you about that. Them models be stuck in the 360.
Stuck and they can't do anything. Like I was dead asked one of my mans was like, yo, I'm about to do this photo shoot for this brand. He's sending me over some beanies, blah 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 blah. You want to be a model for? He's like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that goes against my contract. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo,
that's tough, bro. Like, as a creative,
you
bro,
can't do nothing that you want. That's OD. I mean, yeah, the money be good because let's say he get paid, he do like one shoot a month, he'll get like 5-6 bands off that.
Yeah, but it's just still, it's
But
like
still, you're stuck.
no, your creative control.
There's no
is-
fluidity.
It's controlled. Like somebody's telling you where you
so
can.
I want to change the game in the way I do things. Same thing with my clothes. So I got my clothing brand that I have with my man's Chris, supposed to be dropping hopefully in December, January. Brown Hearts NYC on Instagram. Go follow that. Yeah, I'm plugging myself in all the time. So we got that going on, but I want to make another brand called, also it doesn't cost that much, which is a lot of basic clothes, but those basic clothes look good, that you can wear them, you can put them on, but they're not that expensive.
Okay.
And because I understand the cost to create things and the cost to sell, I don't want to be a dickhead to the point where I'm charging people OD bread for something that doesn't cost that much. That, however, is a brand that I would have to make when I am rich, because that would not be the brand I'm using as my source of income. That would be almost like a brand, would almost be like a non-profit brand.
Yeah, because the sad truth is whether people realize it or not, yeah, it's true that cost of production is way cheaper than, what it retails at and stuff. But at the end of the day, it is a business, and
We're trying to make money.
in order to be profitable, you kind of need those margins, because the margins are small. You have other costs. It's not when you start expanding. Production, it gets more expensive. Any property you have where you have factories, you got to pay for
and
those.
then let's say you have people working in them, then you got to pay their
employees,
salary.
promotions,
You got media programs. It's so much. There's so much more that goes into.
So I think a lot of people actually start with the intent of like, we're gonna keep it a certain price, cheap, affordable. But then it's like, all right, we're expanding. We need to get it to more people. We need to spend more money, and spending more money means you need to charge more money.
Let's say, like, for a regular consumer looking at it, people don't even understand that right now the room in which we're sitting in is like tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment in this shit, and somebody still want to be like, can I get a photo shoot for $110?
You know what I mean?
You laced?
Facts.
People don't understand that. They never understand what it takes, like what going into it takes. You know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as people would believe it is, but whatever. People just fucking stupid.
Like some people, like I dead gotten hit, be like, some people, you always say that my rates is on the lower side, and then I got other people that be
same
like,
thing to him.
yeah. We gotta talk about that. And then some people be like, I've actually got hit with like, oh yeah, your race is a little bit too high for me. I'm like, all right, that's cool, I understand. I hope you find a photographer that makes your day. But like, you don't even understand. Yeah, I'm charging you this because the next camera I have to buy is 5 bands, and that's just the camera without the lens. People don't understand that. Word. The lenses be more expensive than the camera. Exactly. So like, those are things that people got to really take into consideration. But I think also us educating the culture on it would help them. Back in our day, nobody was talking to people. There wasn't no content creation. So when our parents were doing their own thing, and businesses, you're just watching. You're just watching shit. Like, you don't realize how expensive this shit is as a consumer. So it's just the way life goes. I'm continuing to shit like that.
And so, because I wanted to touch on something you brought up earlier. Actually, I don't even think you technically mentioned it, but you specifically, I asked you about networking, right? You specifically, your brand, and I don't want to get you in trouble or nothing, but you actually have most male social media presence or anything like that, especially like coming up. Like, for example, me and Lonely, our audience is probably dominant.
I know I have more majority male
side. You feel me? So, but you actually have a really strong female audience, and we were talking about this with Kev. Shout out Hoodfly Kev. Females are more willing to show love than men because it's perceived as dick riding or whatever, and niggas just be haters. But you actually have a strong female audience, and I learned that from working with you because my female audience grew. I'll be honest. And the amount of support I got from females also grew.
By nature, men are competitive against each other, even if they have no reason to be. So it's like off rip. It's like, fuck that nigga. But a girl,
was it a conscious decision, or was it just like you're light skinned, so bitches just flock to you?
It's multiple.
I think that's the reason.
It's both. It's both, actually. Because when I started out before the modeling and shit, it was fake like, I wanna, I need women are gonna find me attractive. That's how I'm gonna become a model. That was really it. I'm very, very blunt with everything. So it's like, okay, women think I'm cute. they're gonna like my picture. But then as time continued, I was like, oh, I'm not taking pictures of myself no more. So what I would really start to do is sometimes you gotta really like somebody's story for no reason, even if you're not trying to talk to them, just so that they see, oh, this person is someone interested. When I started taking my face off my own photography page a little bit more, I would start to get more good platonic support and engagement from women, because I don't want everybody to think I'm flirting with them, but I do want to show that, you know, I am trying to be cool with y'all.
So you're not flirting with them?
Nah.
Never?
Never.
Okay. Just checking. I mean, hey, I'm not saying now. I know, you know, black men don't cheat, but I'm talking about just ever.
No, word. No, wait. Back in the day?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because then isn't that mixing the business with pleasure like we talked about already?
Well, the good thing about it is I would never ever flirt with a person in which was my client.
Nah, yeah.
Never.
That's the thing.
Never.
But just some of the girls who showed support, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, I'm saying blah blah blah, shit fat, you know. But I know also men don't support just because like they may not be interested in the nigga taking pictures. I remember Meek Mill, he was talking about like, yo, one of the mans buy a camera in the hood, he always recording somebody, they gonna start hating that the nigga trying to shoot videos. Why not support the nigga? You want to be a rapper, but you don't want the nigga to be recording everything. I'm like, why y'all niggas so like,
you want everybody to love you, but you
exactly, you're not trying to support nobody. But I know there's girls that definitely be like, oh yeah, you doing your thing. Yeah, some of them may feel you, whatever. So, but I would rather take that than a nigga just hating. And the good thing is, let's say you are a content creator in some sort of relationship, you should try to have that conversation with your significant other to let them know, yo, I'm gonna be in these people's faces. I just hope that we have this trust and we can communicate and do such and such so that we can both build at the end of the day together. Because a relationship, my success is gonna be your success anyway.
Before we transition, I know what you about to get
I
into
did it. Oh wait.
Nah, because I already know how you think. But
Nigga already know. I already asked. I'm telling you, it don't matter.
So now we was talking about men being naturally competitive, right? And all of that. It's a little off-topic question, but like, you say your dad do photography too, right? Y'all be talking shit to each other? Better? Cause I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I would, bro. I'd be like, yo, that picture was ass.
You know what's funny? My dad and I do two completely different types of photography, which helped and also didn't. So when he first started taking my pictures, there were certain shots, and like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like in my head, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't like this. But the thing is, that was his idea.
It's his style.
Like for example, if you notice a lot of my pictures, the model is not really looking at the camera. I don't like.
You know, like
I don't like that.
Attention.
I don't like that. I like almost my pictures to be you're watching them rather than them watching you.
That fits my type of like me taking pictures because I hate looking into the camera.
So whenever my dad would shoot me, he'd be like looking at the camera. I'm like, no, nigga, like I'm not trying to do that. And that's another. Also, my dad has always been interested in like faces or the person that I'm taking a picture of. I don't give a fuck about the person I'm taking a picture of. Actually, I need to care about the scene in which they're creating.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is how we differ in terms of things. Like if you go on his page, you would see a lot of different, you know, different colors of models, different people. It's a lot of beauty stuff. They don't need to be wearing a whole bunch of drip or whatever, but it's like, and it's never really a theme either. It just would be a model was to get sent to him, and then he shoots that model doing a certain pose or whatever. My shit is, now you're gonna see a whole bunch of colors in this motherfucker, but you're gonna see a story or it's gonna be a series, blah blah blah. That's kind of, you know, how I put my shit together. Okay. But yeah, that's one thing. However, basketball, I'll talk my shit.
Yeah,
nigga couldn't guard me. I ain't gonna lie.
Why do most old heads think they can guard their kids?
Funny thing is, my dad was actually a very, 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 very good defender, and my dad is a very competitive person. I am not as competitive. That actually used to upset him because it got to a point where it was like, yo, you're the one playing this shit. Why do I feel more competitive than you? But I'm not naturally.
I mean, that's the lack. I mean, I also think that's a lack of the passion. Remember, you was talking.
It could have also been a lack of the passion.
I feel like if you really care for it, then you really be on your. You know.
Nah, because I'm not gonna lie, I really be saying top 5 in Queens when it comes to the photography shit, and I heavily believe that shit. And I heavily believe. I'm like, oh, I'm niggas ass like that because I've started to get to a point where only one person. Shout out to your visuals. Is the only person that
stupid, bro. I seen this.
You seen his shit, bro? See, I'm telling you,
me and him be chopping it up in the DMs. Stuff.
Actually,
yeah.
Oh shit. I'm telling you, he's a good guy.
Bro, everybody tapped in, low key, bro.
Nah, word. That's another thing. I also realized that a lot of us had little conversations, little interactions, and never.
We literally have had guests here that talked to him and neither of them remembered.
Yeah. But like, they've spoken to him before.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Vice versa too.
That's what I'm saying. I think fucking like talking with you and who else? I'd say Kev, and I think you guys are definitely the main ones because of the networking side. Like I started to realize, like after working with you and I didn't work with Kev yet technically, but I just having conversations with y'all and shit. I've started learning how important the networking is. I always knew, but I was still always like, eh.
Funny thing is, I went to school with Kev. Kev probably don't even know who I am.
Yeah, I went. We went to school with Kev. Well, you went to school, same school, no? Or you mean high school?
I think I would have been to elementary and middle school with him.
Yeah, you went to both because you went to the same as me. Yeah. But he like just showing me the networking because he also has a big female audience. I didn't connect to my female audience that much, but just networking in general, I now feel like I've always felt boxed out.
You're also not a Trish, bro. You wasn't a Trish back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, no.
Oh, okay.
You had a time to say
come on. We was all like, come on, all right, let's stop lying.
On some real, in order to be a real successful dude, you really got to tap into the Trish part of you. And the thing is, one thing that I learned,
and then you know what?
Trish isn't bad.
A lot of niggas get like they hate even more when they see you on that Trishy shit. They be like, "Fuck this nigga think he is."
But you really gotta understand, like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. You calling me lame because I'm Trishan, but everybody likes my pictures.
Yeah,
Everybody's showing me support.
Your bitch is literally under my fucking pictures.
So I'd rather be. I'll always take this. This is gonna be a clip. I'll always take negative male attention if the females are still supporting me harder. I'll always take it because
I don't do shit for niggas.
I'm like, I'll always take it because at the end of the day, they the one that really run this social media shit.
Yo, females run social media, bro.
Social media.
And if that's what I'm saying, if you have a tough female audience, but I was that's what I was saying. I always felt boxed out as far as Queens artists. Felt like everyone was connected and they had this audience and that. I was just on the outside, but now more that I've been like connecting with people, I feel like I'm finally like bringing everybody together, especially with this building block shit. Mad people were hitting us up like, yo, they want to pull up, they want to do this. So the collaboration opened up, the audience is more engaged, and I get a lot of more conversations and shit.
Yeah, I'm talking to a lot of way more different people than I was talking to. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And then we're just getting used to that networking part and all of this to say, the females that they literally run social media.
Shout out to y'all, for real.
I love y'all. I be saying I love the females.
Nah, word. And then another thing is, what's interesting, and you and I probably could agree on this because we do, the photography and the videography. How many clients you get from Queens?
Now it's coming up. Before I was getting a lot of Brooklyn and like Bronx.
I get very little Queens clients. I mainly get the Brooklyn. I even get the Bronx more than Queens, but I very, very rarely get.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think Queens is just, there's nothing here to shoot. There's nothing there's nothing in Queens to shoot. So it's like scenery wise, there's Queens is so much of a suburban area.
I thought you meant the people for a second. I'm like, damn.
But also at the same time, I don't know why, but you and I live in the same hood. How many girls do you really see on a daily basis?
Like
in our neighborhood? I don't see any women in our neighborhood. I came to that realization like 2 years ago. I'm walking around, I'm like, yo, is there only niggas in this hood?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like,
that's
where did they go? They either moved out or they're homebodies. I'd rather them be homebodies. But I'm just like, yo, I really haven't seen it.
Yeah, I really don't see the but I mean, what hood do you go to that you really see pictures outside?
I mean, if I go to, he said me.
That's in Harlem, bro.
Oh, Harlem.
I know for a fact you would see people on the block. Like even where we at.
But I'm in Queens. I'm in Queens.
In Queens, I don't know.
No, I do think that's very true, bro.
You're not walking around Queens and seeing bitches just walking around and they, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
You think it's because like Queens isn't the spot like that? Like nobody's gonna be, yo, we out to Queens, bro. You know what I mean?
Unless they go to
but it hurts my feelings.
Astoria?
No, I mean like, cause we out downtown, we out Midtown, Manhattan, we going to the club and shit.
I mean,
if you go in Astoria, so there's this real long block called Steinway.
Yeah,
they're calling it Stiami now. Shout out Champagne Frenchie, one of my coldest brothers, King of Stiami. He really be having them outside. He really be having them everybody outside. And I'm seeing people from Queens that I haven't seen in years, even in my own neighborhood. They over there. So I would say Astoria is the only part of Queens, even though I don't even jack it as a real part of Queens.
I really don't either.
Yeah, because I'm right by Astoria. Bro.
Yeah, you're right by Astoria?
Yeah, I'm literally across the water from it.
Oh, nah, yeah. Yeah, that's
Like,
what it
It's
is.
not
takes
even
me
right by it, but
Nah, it takes me like 20 minutes to get there, bro.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, yeah, that's really because you got Stilettos, you got Alpha, and you got Cavalli. All right
Styemi
over
for
there.
real.
All three.
It be
cars
lit
right
over there. I ain't gonna lie. I just
Yeah,
don't
where
show
to
face.
be
I
lit?
hate showing face.
Bro, y'all gotta start coming outside, bro.
facts.
Bro, if you came, let me tell you something. I got photography jobs from clubs by just going to the club one night and bringing my camera.
Yeah.
And then be like, and look for the promoter for the night and be like, yo, I got these. I mean, IG, I'm gonna send them to you. And then we create a collab from there. Another thing is, one thing, not this, none of y'all photographers or videographers, but I consider you and I a different type of videographer because we don't look like nerds.
Yeah, yo, this nigga.
We
they
was just talking
saying that
about
shit
it.
yesterday,
Some of them
bro.
niggas really are just like, they don't have no social presence. They can't have conversations with
Like,
people. They're not cool.
They can't. Those are the niggas that stay. Not to shit on nobody. They stay behind the camera.
They stay
They
completely
can't get in
behind
front
that.
of the camera. They have
can't get
no
in-
personality at all.
Exactly. But that's why niggas like
I would not have done a
Cole Bennett
podcast
became
with
so
you
successful because
if
he
you
has
look like that.
good personality.
We would not have done a podcast.
Another thing is,
Imagine, my fault. You go ahead, bro. Yeah,
another person could look at you and me and not even know that we're a photographer,
That's
videographer.
another
They could think
thing.
that we the artist ourselves. Be like,
Yeah.
no, we stay behind the scenes and we do that shit, and then we chop it up with the artist after because we're a
Nice.
regular.
So do you prefer being behind or in front of the camera?
like
Now
you're
I
comfortable
would
with
say
both, bro.
I would be completely comfortable with both.
He's comfortable with both, but what do you prefer doing?
Nigga just want to say I'm him, bro.
Word, Hemi Neutron. I would say if I'm at an event now, I would like to be in front of it. It used to be behind it because the way I do event photography, I don't pull people to the side and take their pictures. I almost capture the
moment.
event itself. I make you feel like you have the energy of the crowd. So I actually enjoyed that. Taking niggas' birthday pictures, I don't give a fuck about that. However, I don't really like getting my pictures taken that much. I do and I don't. I do because I need to create my platform and to create my content. But at the same time, like, because I haven't gotten my pictures taken so much in my life, now that I have to, it's almost gonna be like, yo, how the fuck am I about to do
I
this?
don't like getting pictures taken either. I like pictures. I just don't like the process of sitting in front of a camera and they be like, yo, pose, and you kind of like,
And also, I haven't had nobody take my pictures in so long. Like, it's gonna be weird when I start.
you need some pictures.
Nah, facts, bro.
Do you even have a personal Instagram?
He does.
I do. I was literally. I be talking to this nigga about that shit, bro. Like I gotta find a way to blend my personal shit with my.
Now
business
you're
shit.
Keep them separate.
Now you're a social
No,
media.
not with like just.
But he
in
means
general.
like his
Oh, like-
lifestyle,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
him, like
'Cause,
now
bro,
you're
it's straight business. On
your
my
personality,
page.
my nigga.
What you could do is the events in which you're at. You know, I've really, you notice, I went from all my personal stuff on my Buy HoodPope page. It's not really on there as much. Sometimes I go on little streaks of where I break my, code of what's trying to be on strictly business on Buy HoodPope. But let's say I'm at an event that, came from my photography, I'll still upload it. So people see that there's a lifestyle.
I mean,
to this
it
shit.
works to your advantage because like the HoodPope thing is like a personality, so it works. It's like it goes hand in hand. People want to shoot with HoodPope because of the quality of the pictures, and then also just because of the
It's a good
HoodPope.
time too.
You know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah. Nah, the Lux shit we got. It's like if I go to the Lux photos, those party photos, those parties go crazy. Those parties make you feel like this was the craziest party in the world. And that's another thing about
Those
a
do
picture.
look, they be looking
facts.
nuts in
That's
there.
it.
That's another thing about why photography and videography is so cool is because you can take something that maybe wasn't that crazy
And make
and make it look way better than it was.
I literally tell people that too. Like I don't you probably relate. I be telling you too. I'm like, bro, you don't have to. If you thinking like I'm shooting you right, and you're like, oh, bro, like I'm not sure shots. Like I'm like, bro, trust me. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it look like more than what it
Exactly,
is.
and that's another thing. Nobody knows. Yo, I had a client one day, bro. She never really got shot like that.
Yeah.
Bro, every time I tell her to do a pose, she moving and fidgeting and trying to do a new pose.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, just sit there real quick.
Who was it?
This nigga trying to catch you.
Trying
off
to
Girl, I was
guard.
not gonna lie, you trying to take me off the map.
Who was it?
I'm just like, yo, bro, just chill. I got you. You feel me? I'm situated the way you're supposed to be. Like,
Yeah.
are you sure you don't want me to do that? I'm like,
It's hard though, because when you're in the moment, all you're feeling is you looking fucking weird in front of the camera. And that's why I used to
guess.
tell him when we
And I
first.
feel it too, cause like, bro, all of this shit is new to me too. My fault to cut you off.
You
but
good, bro?
It's
Stop apologizing.
the same shit for me, bro. Like I hate being in front of the camera, bro. Like the first episode, that shit is never coming.
oh, right?
It's never seen a lot of days.
At
It's
all,
to the
bro.
point where the first episode we have edited, we're like, welcome back. Right? We said welcome back.
But y'all not posting the first
But
video.
that first one,
Yeah, that's
not
for
coming
like, yo,
That's
you
for
make it,
archives, yeah.
yo, bro, we literally like, there was one point, like, it was just so awkward. We was just like,
But they see the vibe
Like, we
got
just
where we
staring at
niggas
each
just
other.
really talking and having their own conversation.
It's crazy. No, but even when we did the other one, when it was just us two, now we just flowing. And it's
Now
not
you
that we
flowing,
don't know
huh?
how to talk to each other. It's just that, I think he was a little uncomfortable, and then the process was new. And niggas just don't realize, but me and Lonely, like, only
talking
met this. Well, yeah, that's true, too. We talk all the time, so it's hard to, like, okay, what do we speak about? We spoke about all this shit already, but we just met this year. So, like, our dynamic, although we're cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy and all of that. We're still learning, like, our, like, you know what I'm saying? The whole
ins and outs.
You know what I'm saying? So, figuring each other out in that aspect. We literally
Funnily
met
enough,
this fucking year.
I was telling, I don't know who I was telling, but I was saying that I've known Gio since I was in, what, 6th grade? I was in 6th grade, he was in 8th
He was a
grade.
little jit.
But me and him didn't become friends until I was maybe in 10th grade. Reason being, we would know each other, play hoop. I didn't really love his personality all the time.
I told you, I have a strong personality, and most people just hate me.
But then in 10th grade, we had one conversation, and I heard him.
It was your 10th grade? Or my 10th
I was in
grade?
10th grade.
Yeah, because
We had a
around that time,
conversation.
I think my fault for cutting you off, I was like, the shit that I was going through in life kind of made me look at it like, I got to be a little more like,
You starting to change up a little bit.
yeah, I started maturing and just being a little more compassionate and understanding where niggas is coming from and shit. So I think we just chopped it up on some shit like,
Yeah, and so basically what it was, we was hooping, and I don't know who he was talking to, but he said something that was like, this nigga be struggling too.
Yeah,
and
but
I was
this
like,
nigga
I was like, he's not as bad as I thought he was. And then I got up and I replied, and they were just chopping up. And then he was like, which way you going? And I was going this way. He lives this way. He's like, I just woke you and then we continued the conversation. We stood in front of our house. We were shopping up for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And I was like, oh shit. We over here telling each other secrets that we should have never said for only being friends for technically a
Don't say
couple
it like
hours.
that. I was mad at
That
Ayo.
was mad at you.
We was
You
over here
made
telling
it.
secrets.
We made it. You made it, Ayo.
I made
You
it
feel
Ayo
me?
or that sounded Ayo. Niggas like, we was over here telling
You
secrets.
just wanted to confirm it's not AO.
Yeah, it's not
Right,
Ayo.
and
Okay, we
then I
just
was
want to
like,
get
you
out
know
of
what?
the way.
Boom. And then as time continued, like every single time we saw each other, we would actually be like, yo, how you been from sa.
Yeah,
And then
the relationship just started
and it
building
really
from
started. And then I was like, yeah, boom. And then when I started photography and you started music, I'd be like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was ass. But I would give you actual constructive criticism, and I would tell you, oh, this shit was actually really good. You should continue doing this. That's one other thing. I've been around a lot of people who make music. If your shit is ass, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna tell you that shit is ass.
I think you shouldn't, bro, because stop making.
Yeah.
that
If you're
music,
not
bro.
my mans, yeah, bro, reshare.
My shit was never
But-
asked, by the way. But because like I always say to everybody, we could probably sit here and talk for fucking hours.
Nah, word.
Facts, bro. This was you were a great guest, bro.
Great guest,
Shit was
man.
amazing,
I'll be
bro.
back, yeah.
No cap. Oh yeah, most definitely. You already know, and you're gonna be back on the podcast, but we also gonna do a lot of building blocks. HoodPope, a lot of content, man. We about to go crazy and shit.
Word.
But before we get out of here and shit, I always like to ask everybody before we leave, like, what's next for HoodPope?
Now you sounded like you were official just now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
You sounded
I was talking my shit.
crazy
Yo,
official
I
just now.
didn't. I'm bad. I'm bad at speaking.
Who's this nigga?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad at speaking. I be stuttering. I feel like I have a little lisp and all of that, right? And I just went straight through. I just felt like that nigga.
Oh, bro, that was dope. I would say
Jesus.
what's next for me. What's
Nigga
next
got
for
that.
me is I got a couple series I'm trying to drop. I got one.
Is that a
called-
word?
What series is?
Yeah.
I've been using it, so
I
it
don't
is
think
now.
that's a word.
HoodPope
Wait.
word.
Series
What's
is.
up, word? Serious?
There's like
Series
multiple
is-
series.
Is that what the apostrophe after?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
right.
thinking, but I feel like he made that up just now. But we'll let you rock.
saying
Okay.
that. So I got colors. That's a series. Y'all gonna see that. I got another series called Where My Color Go. That's coming out soon. That's gonna be 3
Ooh, that sound like
pictures.
some powerful
That's
shit,
gonna
bro.
be.
Yeah.
That's gonna be some fun.
Sounded clean.
And then aside from that, I got a New Year's Eve party I'm probably looking to throw. I got a probably.
Yo, we there?
Nah, bro, of course.
You think we should pop out?
Oh, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
If y'all don't, I'll just,
Building blocks, HoodPope.
Building
We
blocks.
show up to Lux Entertainment.
Nah,
Okay,
word.
bro.
That'd be
Let's
kind
do
of
it.
tough.
Nah, word.
Yo, what if we had
Yeah.
microphones and interviewed people?
I got some stuff. Like my videographer, Nairi, shout out Nairi. He be really pulling people to the side at the party and be like, yo, what's up? And that's some fire shit.
We
so
gonna
I
talk.
want to
We gonna
incorporate
talk. We
that
gonna
one.
talk.
Nah, facts, bro. We definitely get
gonna
into
talk.
it,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, so
And
you
then
got
I
a
think
bunch of
besides
series.
that, and then I gotta really just start trying to get on this, being consistent on my TikTok.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of the hood. What I'm actually really trying to build up is start Twitch streaming. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's another.
That's what
We
I'm trying
talked
to do.
about that too.
Yeah, I'm trying to really get up on that. I'm gonna buy a whole setup. I just really just need a desk.
What you thinking about getting into it? More like reactions?
Honestly,
gaming?
it's probably going to be reactions because
there's
not a lot of games that I really
driven.
like. Yeah, it's going to be personality driven because there's not really a lot of games right now that I feel like would sit there and watch. 2K, not 2K back in the day.
Yeah.
Nobody was about to sit here and watch you play Elden Ring. You feel me? So like I would just do it as the background and probably be reacting to my chat, reacting to videos, shit like that. And yeah, that's really it. Just content, lifestyle, HoodPope.
Content. That's what we want everybody to understand. Content. Consistency. You know what I'm saying? We just got to keep going crazy. I think that was a pretty good episode. You feel me? It's been HoodPope. My son Shot by Lonely. I am GEO. Building Blocks, another episode in the books. We gonna have all your socials in the description and everything, so y'all go follow him, y'all go show some love. And appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. That was been another episode, man.
GBG, call me GEO, aka the GOAT. His bitch wanna talk, don't wanna speak, bitch, come and give me throat. When I drop a song, they all tune in, I already know. She said I did it wrong, but somehow she couldn't let me go.